Now it's my great honor to have Professor Hoang Son to share his experience in Vietnam.
Okay, so thank you, Dr. Hoang. So thank you, VinFuture Foundation, to let me introduce some things about remarkable achievements of Vietnam scientists through generative AI. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. 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 So because I have only 8 minutes, so I just say a little bit about some remarkable achievement of Vietnamese scientists. So to adapt with the new trend in generative AI. Here, my talk. I just list a few things that have been applied to Vietnam. You can see the picture, and I will highlight some trend to be focused in Vietnam in generative AI. So as already introduced by Dr. Aris and Dr. Alex, so as you know that generative AI is not new, especially that is already introduced in 1960 for some chatbot application, but in fact it's not create a good outcome and a good result. So actually that it last 10 years in 2014 with introduction of GAN networks. So it's booming with a combination between some data sets like image, text, audio, video to generate some output in a good manner. So here I just have some make reviews of some cycle for AI in 2023, and you can see in that Hanoi placed the generative AI in the top of big investors' expectation. And as you can see that it has a lot of good fortune model like stable Llama language models and stable Falcon, Mistral, deploy stable vision. But as already I note that there's a gap of a year between 1 or 2 years between the technology in the world and the technology in Vietnam. So some type of technologies, for example, here more model operations, edge AI, and rice graph would be still to create a new opportunity for innovation in Vietnam. Here in Vietnam, I just have to make a few overview of generative AI readiness in Vietnam. So I can see that in Vietnam, AI technology is mostly used for some customer care service, especially in the banking sector and insurance. So especially in Vietnam, our government have some policy to foster the development of AI and digital transformations in Vietnam until 2030. So when I remember in last year, when the OpenAI has not been allowed a ChatGPT registration in Vietnam, most of the people were trying to create accounts to access the chatbot. So in many universities, ChatGPT was used by most of the teacher and student to assist with teaching and learning. So I think that now in the next 5 years, I think that the most government will be make a bigger investment in AI, in an automation rather than investment than human resources. And here we also have the motivation from the chatbot. Currently, that we have with many companies, for example, with Health Cyberspace, Annex, and both Bán Hàng. This is driven by several key factors to make the need for ChatGPT or a chatbot in healthcare, in government, in e-commerce. So it is some of the key players like that make a motivation for the development of the generative AI in Vietnam. And we also have the motivation from the government. It also another factor. Our government considers that AI technology and some type of related products to be the more motivation for directing the economics and social development in the AI in Vietnam in the next 10 years. So by the 2030s, our government has wished to be one of the top 4 nations in ASEAN and among the top 50 countries in the world in terms of AI research, development, and technology. So our target in the Ministry of Information and Communication aim to make 10 national AI products in terms of some fields like medicines, healthcare, and environments, and so on. So I think that this is bring a good opportunity for researcher and industry and community to focus on AI, and especially in generative AI. And we here is a little bit introduce the component of the generative AI, especially in multimodal datasets, and three basic component in GANs, Rational Electric Recorder. So as already introduced by Dr. Alex, so I will not go into detail of this technique, but this component making much important to the development of generative AI in Vietnam in many years. In this, I'm just have introduce the first attempt of Vietnamese researcher to generative AI. As you know that generative AI has they said they try to make a pre-trained model in English or in many language to Vietnamese language. So the first attempt of the Vietnamese researcher is to create the various data sets. Like you see that data sets with LM with retrieval augmented operations. You see the picture here, the data sets for machine reading and data sets for multiple choice machine readings. And we also have the Association for Vietnamese Language Speech Processing, VLSP. They get challenge every year to promote the development of a language model for many domains like humanity, language, social science, and history. And those data sets are used to fine-tune LM model in many architecture. And on the left side, we have a lot of embedding like Herbert from Vin model of Vin AI. We have a good performance state of the art on some NLP tasks like post tagging or dependency tagging name entity. So, and we just have some a lot of Llama with extension of Llama 2 in hand on the 800 million tokens, and which have a good performance. It's exactly 50% on the GPT. And here I just have talk about another chance in Vietnam regarding generative AI about the multi-modal, multimedia generative AI. This is promising field in Vietnam. Why? Because we have the Association for Computer Vision recently working both in university and in factory. So many companies like VinFuture's or AI or computers in Vietnam, and many companies in Vietnam try to focus on some application in information extraction from the ID photos, medical analysis from X-ray image, face matching and face search, and vehicle recognition and so on. So based on the application, so the researchers from university and the industry and company try to view some multi-modal, generative AI, especially that they focus on some models like vision encoder and LB and projector, and especially they develop on some type of Vietnamese many model like liquid model here, and which especially data sets from both multimedia and so on. And we also here in VNU we also develop some type of multimedia multimodal generic model. Here's for controlling the device to a smart camera here, and some other group in VNU so just focus on human machine interaction for paralyzed problems. Then the course ideas of all these architectures beyond the multimodal next gen architecture. I can see picture that we can capture in image and audio video to generate a projection of the own to a language model. And one of the things we just focus here is just AI on the edge, which links language model. And you'll see that one of the striking part here that is to say that we're using LLM for designing chip in this way instead of some complete LLM, which is used for one of the small versions of a language model for creating the LLMs. So we convert from the LLM to SLM. It means that we compute, we just use a small language model. We can efficiently decompose the problems to the chip designs. And the next step is the executing the AI operation with the GPU and SPC. As you can see that in Vietnam, there are so many big companies like Viettel, CMC, and everything here. So over there, so planning to deploy the AI operations, IAO, from a data operation and FPC center. So we aim to limit assist by integrating data from different sources in a central place and incorporating AI algorithms into the GPU and SPC to form the AI operations. So there's a lot of generic benchmark like for GPT, for Whisper and Swift, for some type of text here, but it is based on the AI operation with the GPU and SPC. And we also have seen a large language model, but we're working with text because an image, but one like we work in our world. And so in this case, we have to integrate between the 3D dimension into the LLMs. So 3D LLM could take 3D representations input, and it can handle both object and the scenes behind. So in order to make a more immersed, and so the kinds of 3D LLMs just apply to for generative scripts or sounds of computer graphics, and when we was applied in some companies, so you can see in the picture, for example, Eon Realty in Vietnam, or in some companies, they use the type of 3D LLMs. And lastly, most of the effort in Vietnam is coming from shadow AI and ethics. It means that the shadow AI, they have been aware of the using generative AI in their works often without the awareness of employer. So in Vietnam, we support our innovation program from Australian government. So the Ministry of Science and Technology in Vietnam has just issued a document regarding the guide to use the AI responsibility. So this means that whenever we try to make application of AI in Vietnam, we have to assure that they follow some type of criteria like technical safety, inequality, harmful mistake, and so on. I think that this is the way for guiding the how to use and how to utilize AI correctly. Okay, and so that's what I just talked a bit about the development of generative AI in Vietnam. But in conclusion, I would like to emphasize what should be a focus in Vietnam for next 5 years. So in order to make a reality of generative AI in Vietnam, so we have to foster generative AI. We have to set up some AI centers embedded with SPC and GPU to deploy some local LLM model. And in another way, we have to use the prompt engineering for the post-testing for LLM to make avoid bias of the data sets and coupling with AI ethics together with AI association framework. And one of the things we just forgot on, I think that will form next 3 years, we just focus on generative AI on chip with some style of small language model or lean language model in some domains. And in order to make an application in reality, we just have to enhance the multi-modal, multimedia, generative AI applications with the powerful virtual agent, serving especially for government and industry. And lastly, I just have to emphasize, we need to set up a generative AI association. Yeah, we call Gaia. We will connect international and Vietnamese AI researchers to demonstrate the solution and new trend of generative AI within the university, industry, and the government. So that's all of my presentation. I am hoping that I just send some brief information about the development of generative AI in particular and AI in general in Vietnam to all of the attendees here, and wish to make a cooperation with in the term of generative AI for now. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, Professor Song.